Welcome back to Murderhobos Anonymous. Today's picture brought to you by Celeste. It's our Malazan, Yanti Malazan Type 4. He's very special, extra special.
Their precious boy.
Yes, he's our precious boy. We are Murderhobos Anonymous. We're playing some 5th edition D&D here at Playmore Games in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Thanks for joining us. Before we get started, I just want to go through some credits here. Music that you heard in the intro and during the game that I just restarted is from Pretzel.rocks, a streaming service for live streamers and YouTube creators. Background effects are from tabletopaudio.com, and the battle effects are from battlebards.com. Last week, you made your way into the Fane of the Night Serpent. You killed some dudes with some fireballs, made your way by some boats, the boats that had cowbells on them that you decided for some reason that you weren't going to ring the cowbell. I don't know why you wouldn't ring a cowbell.
We're on a stealth mission.
I mean,
we've blown that by this point, but you know, it was a thought that counts.
Yeah, the fireball was a little loud, but it didn't seem to alert anyone, and then you made your way, did not go through a door here, made your way over through the tunnels and found a campsite with some Yanti and a bunch of slaves that seemed to be in a bit of a stupor as they worked. Took care of those guys. You made your way into a storeroom where there was a very large constrictor snake who did not put up very much of a fight. That was your mic for some reason. I think it's doing the feedback thing again. Are you getting audio? Okay. Yeah, I'll have to keep you down. Try talking for me.
Hello.
Okay. Weird. We might try swapping the. Are you using your adapter now? No, you're still. Okay, that's alright. Something to keep an eye on. Yeah, you made your way into a storeroom where there was a constrictor snake named Azimas, who you knocked down to barely any hit points in less than a round, and he immediately surrendered and said you could have everything, and he slithered off after all of the slaves, which he said he wasn't going to eat the slaves, but I guess you don't really know at this point.
He sent them with protection. They're fine.
And then made your way down a hallway, found a distillery of some sort where there was a Yanti there, some sort of Yanti alchemist of some sort, and a bunch of zombies, and you took care of all those guys. You made your way into the snake pit, where there was a pit of snakes, surprisingly, and made your way over to the bloodbaths, which wasn't a euphemism. It was literally baths of blood that seemed to be heated in some way, that the Yanti were bathing in. You attacked them. The battle was going well until a side door opened up that was a sauna, and you see a Yanti that hasn't really engaged in combat much, and two enslaved men that were seemingly very robust, very hell-bent on your destruction. And then the Cathos.
That's accurate.
Yep, the Cathos summoned a bunch of wolves. There was a lightning bolt, and as we had to finish up the night early, well, on time, last week, there was some noises of additional Yanti coming from the northeast, from the passage up this way. So, that is where we pick up, I believe, on Yanti Pureblood 3's turn, in the middle of combat. I guess we'll maintain our initiative from last week.
I could roll again if you want.
I mean, you could.
A lot of things
there are a lot of things that you could do.
I would just like to not be numbered last.
I mean,
It's your most endearing feature.
the being last is only a matter of perspective. Technically, from the perspective of Yanti Malison Type 2 number 2,
First.
you're actually first.
That's true.
It's all
You get to
relative.
go before Sullivan, which like never happens. And if you're hearing some interesting audio things, I'm actually running a new audio setup today, partially because I sort of kind of finished the screen here, this wonderful monstrosity here, with all of the audio connections built in. So that should be hopefully fun, along with some additional audio gear that makes my life simultaneously easier and more difficult until I get used to it. So hopefully the audio will be better, or at least it will be different. It'll definitely be different. It might be better.
Can only hope.
Yep. So, Yanti Pureblood number 3, conveniently located right next to Maurice. I think she finally gets out of the bloodbath. And into the bloodbath.
Clever.
She's going to pull out her scimitar and attack Maurice. Does a 10 hit anything in the room? Anyone? Anyone?
Nah.
Maybe a wolf.
Maybe a wolf.
I think they're 12.
Hey.
The wolves are 13.
No.
Oh wow. Their AC is almost as good as Kathos.
They're actually better than the purebloods.
Yeah.
And then she's going to hit a second time. 6. You sure? I mean, the 10 missed, but did the 6 hit?
For some reason it did. I don't know.
Oh, weird.
I'm sorry.
All right. Yep, skipping all those guys for now. The enslaved man number 1.
Gonna lay down arms, right?
I think he's probably gonna lay down on Sullivan.
There's plenty of wolves nearby.
Yeah, but they weren't there last round, and he seems focused on his parry. Corey. I said parry because of their reaction that I didn't use last time.
Can't parry a lightning bolt.
Let's see, Sullivan, are you currently prone?
I don't believe so.
You were prone, but
He was burned. I think
Oh,
he
he
got
got
back
up.
up.
well, he's gonna shield bash you, and maybe you'll be prone again. 16.
Nope.
No. And then he's just going to spear you.
Like with his spear
18.
or physically with his body.
Are you out of shields?
Oh,
Oh, that doesn't hit you?
a shield is what I'm using to
Oh.
make it not hit me.
Okay. And then the last one. 19, still not hitting. Had an idea for a magic item. Ring of Shield. It does not allow you to cast the spell Shield. On a reaction, you can summon a shield into your hand. And then it's in your hand, which it's for people who use two-handed weapons. And then they have to put it away next round.
You could do it on a bonus action. It might,
It adds,
actually,
it adds
actually be useful.
the shield's AC to your AC, so +2 to your AC.
But then barbarians would lose all their stuff for having a shield equipped.
Well, they wouldn't use it, obviously. I also had the idea for the sheath of holding. It's a sheath it's a dagger sheath that can hold any one weapon. So you can put your great sword, and it looks like a normal dagger when it's sheathed, and you pull out here's my great sword.
Nice for a campaign centered around any type of subterfuge.
Or if you just want to walk around town with your
razor in
with
your
your
pocket,
halberd
yeah.
and not walk around town with your halberd. Pureblood's gonna get out of her bath, grabbing her scimitar. She already had, but yeah. Attacking Peepo. Believe you're still raging, right? That's a 22.
Does hit.
All right. You'll allow it.
Allow.
All right. For 5.
So 2.
Yeah, 2. And a 20.
Also hits.
Not natural. Yeah, I actually rolled that attack against herself for 3. Noticing a little bit of lag because I'm running 2 instances, so we'll keep an eye on that. That's funny, it actually updated the player side first. Maurice,
Okay.
where would you like to go?
Probably nowhere.
Move you. There you go. I'm moving you closer.
Which is the one that just? Which one of the 2 men just attacked Sullivan?
The one closer to Sullivan, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Hold Person on the one adjacent to me.
Number 2.
Yeah.
All right. It's a wisdom save. Right. Usually is.
It is a Wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
He rolled a natural 1, which is a 2. All right. So he is
Paralyzed.
paralyzed. Nice. And he gets a save at the end of his turn.
Yep.
All right. Wolf number 5. The wolf next to George.
Is it gonna attack Yaru?
All right. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that was off. Oh, yeah, it was. All right. He's going to attack Yaru. He has pack tactics. Nice. Nice. 23 definitely hits.
Good job, wolf number 5.
You get a name yet?
You just turned on your mic to cough.
Did I really?
I think so. Oh, now, okay, never mind. Definitely hear the pops, though.
Yeah. Yeah. The pops.
They come through loud and clear. It's fine. I appreciate you muting. You came through someone else's mic.
I know I see a push next to these, but I don't think those are push to mute.
That's to push to
Pop out,
remove.
yeah, so I figured.
You pushing it won't do anything. You have to push and then pull out the connector, which will make an even louder pop. Right. Enslaved man number 2 is going to make his wisdom save. He's probably not going to make his wisdom save, but that's what you normally say. That was the wrong button.
I mean, we're
He
taking
didn't.
it.
I like it.
He didn't actually roll a 0.
I think he did.
No, he definitely rolled a 0.
No, you can't roll a 0 on a d20.
No,
There
but
is
he
a-
rolled a 1, so, you know.
He rolled a 0 plus 1, and then he rolled a 20 plus 1.
Can't roll a 20 on a d20.
No, I don't think
Okay,
it's possible.
well then I'll re-roll it, because I was actually holding down Alt to make it spin. I wonder if that did anything. Let's see. 13?
It needs a hit of 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think if you hold down Control, it'll auto-crit.
There's tools for cheating?
Yeah. It's one of them. Yeah, no, there is actually a button that will auto-crit dice.
That
Just
up
helpful.
before we do.
What?
So remind me to look that up before we do Lost Minds.
It also says that in the chat, I think. So I guess it didn't actually happen. I guess I just gave him disadvantage on the roll for some reason. Wolf number 4, I'm guessing Kathos?
He's gonna move into the doorway and then
Oh.
attack number 2.
Number 2. He has back tactics.
Yes.
And he's attacking Kathos, right?
Of course.
Double 11!
It would hit Kalthos too.
Yep. For 7. Nice.
Good job, wolf number 4.
Wolf number 2.
Attacks the same guy.
Alright. Also has pack tactics.
Misty.
Oh.
Critical hit.
Good job, wolf number 2.
What's his name? Because apparently we named the ones that crit.
Larry?
Larry the dog. Nicely done.
Next one said.
Huh?
So
Yeah,
this
we're definitely getting the music mix through your headphone microphone.
only when I talk. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. How's your headphone level? Is it loud or quiet?
Quiet.
Okay. Yeah, I think there might be some bleed in the mic. For 9. Wow, 1, 2, 1, 3.
Larry doesn't get a name anymore. He's back to wolf number 2.
Oh, come on.
No, he's fine.
tried his best.
Not Larry.
Not Larry.
Not Larry.
He doesn't get his name back until he rolls well on a crit, apparently.
Exactly.
Wolf number 3.
Is gonna go attack Yaru.
Alright. Poor Yaru. He's pack tactics. And that's a 20. Not a natural 20, but it is a 20. For 5. Alright. Yaru's turn. Yaru says, you hear a shout from inside, because I think maybe Maurice is the only one who actually see him. And he says, if you spare my men, we won't fight you.
Spare enslaved number 1 and 2.
Yes.
Kill everyone else.
I mean, I'd prefer you not to kill anyone, but
We'll spare your 2 guys.
perhaps we can talk.
Just your 2 guys, but we'll kill everyone else.
I think we should just call.
Okay.
Let's talk.
You're the most persuasive person I've ever met.
Oh, he cares about that.
And perhaps you can take these wolves off of me. George has a nasty bite.
I mean, we'll keep them up while we're talking.
Yeah, it's okay.
They'll stay here while we make a deal.
Let's do the game show map where we let's make a deal.
Shiny lights. So.
Alright, it's Peepo's turn.
So wait, can I hit them or not?
Oh man, he technically can't see that one you're gonna hit. So if it was already dead,
Okay, so I overhear that we're making a deal, and I still want to hit her.
I mean, you be you.
Do what you're gonna do.
I'm not attacking the gladiator, or whatever they are.
His
Slave
men,
men.
Slaves.
Yep.
his lovely men.
Bodyguards.
Okay.
Maybe they've been ensorcelled with his
23 to hit,
his snake-like charms,
Yeah.
They were helping him shed.
or 10 damage.
helping him shed.
What's,
Oiling him up real nice.
magical damage or just...
It's with Bob, so that's
Alright.
magic slashing. Ow.
definitely something with my mic. Because as soon as my
No,
box
it's-
hit it.
Yeah, I actually turned you off.
It doesn't look like you're actually plugged in all the way.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
Can't plug in any
It
farther?
was doing that earlier.
Oh.
Try your adapter. Yeah, that was fun.
And everybody died.
Alright, 10 damage.
Somebody cast a shatter. Is that what
Sonic
it was?
damage.
Alright.
Got a killer.
Yanti Malazan type 2, number 2.
I can attack a second time. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
if
Sorry, I was distracted.
It's okay. It happened.
Somebody cast Daze on the entire party.
And everybody in the room.
No, they...
Everybody in the dungeon.
Well, oh yeah. I mean, only we could hear that.
That was 27 to hit.
Yes, that's gonna hit.
Does it? Oh, good. Okay. And that's 13 damage. Does she die?
She died.
Okay.
Exceeded hit points by 4.
All right. So I killed her. I'm like, okay, let's talk.
I mean, we still have other Yonti in here to deal with.
What if he could be the boss? He could tell them to stop fighting.
It could also be my connection there.
He could also be lying. People do that.
Well, no,
They
I'm
do.
trying to figure out which one's hit.
I mean, I still killed the lady. It's all good.
Is there an icon? It's what?
Red and green is only marking that.
Green is headphones, usually.
That's the mic.
The big thing is the mic, the small thing is the headphones. Can you hear things? Okay, so you got it right. Alright, so turning you up slowly.
Hello, 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 hello,
Yes.
hello.
Smile, friend.
Keep talking.
Hello, hello.
Okay, it's not doing the same thing where whenever you talked, the background music got louder, which is weird. Here, I'll take that. Alright.
Someone has betrayed us.
Yep. Yeah, okay. I was just making sure I wasn't going crazy with what channel I was turning on.
3.
3. Thank you. I should label those. Okay, now it's no longer people's turn.
No, it's not.
Wow.
See. Yaru. Shouts in Yanti to Yaru, and then he puts up his weapons. You actually see all of the Yanti put up their weapons. Yaru seems to have told them to stand down.
One of them just like paralyzed.
One of the enslaved men is paralyzed, yes. And if none of you are going to attack anyone, then Yaru is going to step out.
Okay.
And he says, "Release my man." You.
Oh, you have him held with held person.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh. Why are you looking at me?
You're the master negotiator here.
Oh.
Wait, when was that established?
Is that a wise choice?
No, but it's funny. I mean,
I'm
what,
not sure
what assurances will we have that you won't attack us with the full force of your men as soon as I drop the spell?
I have no quarry with you. I am merely curious as to what you are doing here.
We're here because we got this letter.
From Ras Nisi.
Oh, may I see it?
Yeah.
Sure.
He takes it and... Oh, this is very interesting.
Yeah, he tried to get us to come as captives twice, and we're just not feeling that. So.
Yeah, we don't do the captive thing.
No.
Well, then, I will take you to him.
I'm scared now.
I mean, he asked you to come.
I'm cool with it, as long as we can keep our weapons and junk.
Now I can't say that if you had presented the note at the gate that they would have necessarily still attempted to knock you out.
Well, they did still try and do that. That's what happened.
You came in through the front gate?
Back gate.
Think so.
No, it was like a back gate.
Yeah, we should probably tell them that they have a hidden passage into
Was there a lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah, it's the
scary
back
lake.
gate. You went in through the back entrance.
They still tried to get us to give
They-
them our weapons and
They
stuff.
attacked
That's
us
not
at the
happening.
front too.
They did.
That was a few days ago
I
though.
don't blame. We didn't have a note then.
Yeah, I heard about that. Adventurers coming in through the front gate.
As we do.
Or they didn't actually make it through the front gate. They ran away
It was scary.
with their tails between their legs. Or their owl feathers between their owl legs.
But then we came back and we murdered a whole bunch of your people. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how happy Ras Nisi's gonna be at this point.
Dindar wants to destroy the world. All of these people are gonna die anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, they want that,
They
Yeah.
want.
theoretically.
We're trying to. We're
Well,
getting them-
it really matters whether the Yanti are loyal to Rosnisi or loyal to Fantaza.
So who are you? You're loyal to Rathnisi. I don't know why I asked.
Well, I am loyal to whoever is more powerful.
Ah. Okay. Do you have any idea why he would want to see us?
Perhaps
than-
you where did you find this note? Or no, I think the note mentions the cube,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
Well, perhaps he wants to give you this cube.
He could have
Is
just.
he generous like that, or?
He's a interesting character.
Ooh.
Ah,
Okay.
so are we. My wolves are staying around though.
I let go of the spell, or
Yeah.
I would appreciate it.
How long does
Alright, I'll drop it.
your animal
Intentionally lose concentration on the spell.
It's an hour. So while we're chatting, I want to
Yes,
start
sorry.
handing out good berries
Yay!
to my people, not his people.
And he does. So you drop the
whole
whole person, and he sends the other Yanti out to quell the alarm that was about to go off.
Aw, we were going to send out gas to make them have horrible nightmares. That would have been fun.
It's not over yet.
I know. We can still use it. Maybe he like takes us to the
We
boss
may-
person
we
and
may
instead
find
just
ourselves
open the door and we
surrounded
throw it and
by
run away.
Auntie in another part of the vein.
We can always find this rival of what's his face and
Fanthaza, is that what he said? Fanthaza?
gas
Yes,
them.
Fanthaza is the high priest.
Ah. Oh, are they both here?
And
Oh, you need a lot of berries.
Ross Nisi?
I can give you 6, and that will get you back up.
I need 24.
Oh, he is in area 11.
down
Let
by
me go
24.
find area 11.
Give you 6, and that will get you back up.
Okay.
He is in the throne room.
Oh. So he's the king or the lord?
Big boss.
He commands the Yanti of Omu. But he's been slowly eaten away by some disease, of which there is no cure apparently.
Are you sure? Because we have this really nice paladin, and he can just be like, heal.
I could try.
We have warriors of the divine as well. And they have tried.
Oh, okay. It's probably the death curse.
Yeah.
Do you need healing?
Yeah, I got hit once.
How much?
I took 9 points of damage. I believe to a poison spray.
Yeah, those are nasty.
2, and that will get you back to full.
So maybe we're on the same side here. And they're just being jerks about it.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I mean, it's possible.
Anything's possible. If you
Or
believe.
He's been
Possible.
afflicted, it may have something to do with the death curse.
He has died and come back. He is a cheater.
He's a lich.
Are you talking about
That's DC.
Rasnisi?
The witch.
Oh, the lich.
Fine. The death curse makes them weaker, right?
Yeah, so we can kill them easier. If needed. Huh.
Also, the Rasnisi, he made a pact with a powerful lich
Ah,
That was a warlock.
here in Omu.
we've heard that before.
Ah, what's the
Our
lich's
kobold
name?
friend.
A Setarak.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
He conquered Omu long ago and built a tomb deep beneath the city.
That sounds awful.
The entrance is marked with an obelisk. The north end of the city.
Is there any reason we should talk to this Fanthaza instead of Rasnisi?
Well, Fanthaza believes that Rasnisi brings us doom.
Dindar
He
brings
did make
you
a pact
doom.
with Asarak.
We bring you down.
I would not suggest you call him Asarak. He does not like that name. Aserarak.
Asarak.
There is an E in between.
I think we call him Asarak.
Lich dude.
Asrak.
Oh my god, he's just a rag of acid.
It is said that Aserarak slew the 9 gods of Omu before enslaving the city's human and Minotaur inhabitants, of which he used to build his tomb.
Minotaur used to live here?
Minotaur?
Indeed?
That's cool.
That is.
Thought those were usually evil.
I know what we're finding in the tomb now.
Minotaur? Are those beasts or are they monstrosities? They are monstrosities. Don't know why I asked.
So,
Skeleton Minotaur said that.
I will take you to Osnisi, if you are ready.
I mean, I doubt you're going to give us any time.
you sure we don't want to go talk to the other person, or we
Yeah.
want to go right to Russ?
No, we want to go right to the Lich.
I would suggest you dismiss your animal friends.
It was a 3rd level spell, and you guys are scary sometimes.
They're
It
fine.
would impede our progress. They would most likely be told to leave.
Be told to leave.
Or be dispelled by someone, probably.
I mean, they could eat somebody.
That's a spell slot they would have to use.
They'd like to dispel it.
They can just follow behind us for a little while.
I am about to take you into the main throne room. I don't think they would allow wolves.
They're good wolves. They're not actually wolves. They're fake.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. They kind of appeared out of nowhere.
I don't know.
Wolves can do whatever they want.
You
They
just kind of pulled them out of your pocket.
Did.
Apparently, this Yanti has a lick of Irish to him.
Let's let the wolves go.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna,
Bye, George.
We're a good dog.
I'm making them, oh, well. Yeah. Go. And clear. Alright, so we'll use Kathos. Leads you out into here. Heads north. Also, music is so combat-y. Alright. Leads you into a large room.
I see a lot of lava or a lot of blood. We'll go with blood.
An underground cathedral opens up before you. At one end, a sculptured balcony perches atop 5 rearing stone serpents. Blood dribbling from the serpent's jaws falls into a semicircular basin, and from there flows along a sloped trough to a wide stone bowl set into the floor. South of the bowl is a mezzanine, prominently situated atop which is a cauldron of steaming broth that exudes fleshy odors. To the west, a huge gong carved with snake patterns stands on a second balcony. And there are probably Yanti all over the place.
So many snakes. Start playing your pan flute and see if you can get them.
Actually, it is mostly empty at this point.
Yeah,
Yay.
And
killed
he
a lot of them.
leads you
Killed enough of them.
up to a set of double doors.
What happens if you hit the gong?
That is the alarm.
Ah, okay.
If I had not stopped you, they most likely had risen the alarm and you would have been swarmed.
Yeah, we had a plan though.
I'm sure you did. You seem very capable.
Yes.
He gives us way too much credit.
It involves this cube that we throw on the ground now.
Oh, the incense. Yes, it is very powerful. Potent. Except I'm assuming you don't actually show him that.
No.
No, let's not.
Nor do we throw it on the ground to just destroy our. Maurice just floats in the room.
Why would we all need to be here?
Sullivan. People.
Oh, that was funny. Alright. 4 pillars support the vaulted ceiling, and steps ascend to an iron throne carved in the likeness of a hydra. Painted on the wall behind it is a large blue triangle. To the south, an engraved stone disc is set into the floor of an alcove. A 10-foot wide opening in the east wall leads to a flooded cave. And sitting on the throne with 2 Malisons on either side of him is one Ras Nisi.
Ah, you're a mummy. This is the best snake.
He has like a face and
No, you
body.
can't say that.
He has like an eye there, an eye there, and a mouth.
I know who's the best snake.
Second best snake.
Okay, he can be the second best snake.
It looks like he is decaying.
Best snake.
Best snake.
So how's working for a lich treating you these days?
You're looking rough, buddy.
He says, forgets the name of the guy who was there. Yaru, what have you brought me? These adventurers say they have a note from you. He hands them, Ron's Nisi the note, and he says, you are the ones taking the cubes.
Yep.
You have one for us?
I do. What business do you have in that place?
We aim to end the death curse.
Yeah.
Probably why you look
What business
so
do you have in the
terrible.
Tomb of the Nine Gods?
And the death curse?
Ending the death curse.
What is this death curse?
You.
Reason you're
This thing where
decaying?
people are dying and they can't be brought back.
And what does that have to do with the Temple of the Nine Gods?
We don't know, but these blocks seem important, so
We
we're
think there might
expecting
be
to
a
find
lich
something.
down there. I don't know.
There is a lich down there.
Yeah, we think he's the cause.
He's the cause of the death curse.
He might also be your boss, but hey.
Yeah. He's not very happy with you, apparently, because he's just letting you rot.
Yeah.
Well, it could be like a different thing, like a separate curse on him that's causing him to rot, but because of the death curse, he can't be healed.
I've seen
Sort
this
of
on
like
our...
how he lost to the specters, remember?
Yeah. I also cannot be healed.
Correct.
Roll of persuasion.
Oh no.
You are apparently the persuasive member of the party.
I mean, he's not, but we're
Charisma
gonna...
based.
I have +7.
You are. You can do it.
Yep. That was, you've betrayed me.
Yeah, I saw that.
16. You only have +7 too.
But I'm proficient as well, so I could have probably helped you.
Have help?
I'm also proficient in persuasion.
Have extra help?
Can help be had.
I mean, that's usually how it is if two people are proficient.
How much was it?
16.
16.
If two people are proficient, one can usually help the other.
People will help. We gonna kill your boss.
That's intimidation.
I suppose it makes sense that a lich would be
Sorry.
have something to do with this death curse, but wouldn't he be afflicted by the death curse as well?
I mean, he'd be
That's a good
weaker.
question,
I don't know.
We're not.
but
We're not exactly sure. We're gonna
Yeah.
go find out.
We would have to find him to ask him to figure it all out.
I don't know the interplay between
We don't have
Well,
to...
lichdom and then
If you are here to end this death curse, then I suppose I may not stand at your way.
cool.
Let's see the cube.
Let's have the cube and we'll get on our way.
And he waves to a Yanti that's much where'd that go?
Prettier.
Yeah, a tall, muscular Yanti pureblood.
Ah.
Who walks over to the wall over here.
And pulls the lever and the...
I can't see any wall.
Yeah, you still have Rosney's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I was controlling that. Walks over to the wall over here. Oh, by the way, there's... this is just open, and you see... Agua.
The bloody cave.
Where the Hydra is. We could have just rowed the boats over here.
Yeah.
But there's a Hydra.
yeah, there's a Hydra.
All we'd have to do is fight a Hydra. I'd be fine.
Hail Hydra. Yeah, and there's a...
You're all capped.
Oh, Cap.
There, he fiddles with something on the wall, and it slides open. Everyone roll a perception check.
I crit.
23.
I crit.
21.
7.
Well, what's the total?
Oh, the total is 24.
So the two of you, what was your roll?
23.
23. Everyone except Kathos.
This doesn't know what's going on.
Kathos is really excited about the dying, decaying snake.
Might about the wolves being gone.
Yeah.
You kind of like lean over surreptitiously and glance through the wall as it slides open and the Yanti walks in and it slides closed, but you definitely saw the glimmer of a lot of treasure.
Do we care that much about treasure?
So what do we have to do to get some of that?
You didn't see.
You didn't see it.
You didn't see.
You guys get to be like, oh my god, there was so much treasure in there.
No.
You know, I don't think they
No.
would do that.
I don't-
Doesn't seem like it would be in character.
People doesn't care too much.
Hey, so if we're scratching your back, obviously you're gonna scratch our back, right? When we're done, all said and done.
We could discuss that afterwards. I mean, I'm sending you into the worst dungeon in the known world.
Exactly.
Most likely you'll all die.
Yeah, but we would like to be excited before we die. You know, with
And then a
hopes of treasure.
Sarak would have more magic items in his collection.
We have like one.
We just have like this cool
How
axe.
can we joke?
Oh, no,
Floats.
two.
It
He could
floats?
have endless
floats.
mayonnaise.
Oh, we have 3 magic items.
Anyway, we have 4. My breastplate is also magical.
Oh, okay.
Is he going to use that though? Does he care?
Seems useful. Perhaps not to a lich, but...
Yeah, exactly.
Give it to one of his.
Well, if you...
Undead men.
I just forgot that he was raspily. I was talking like the other dude.
So
if
they all
you-
become Irish.
If you are able to end this death curse, and perhaps this... perhaps the Sarak has something to do with it, I will not stand in your way. And
Thanks.
the Yanti comes back with a cube, hands it to Rosnisi, and hands it.
I mean, maybe you can better our chances of surviving the tomb, though, if you help us out early.
You got any fun magic items we could borrow? And totally give back afterwards? Totally.
Understand that by letting you go, I compromise my situation here, which is much compromised anyway.
Yeah, we can see that.
Because of
Best.
You're gonna
situa-
die
your
if we
health
don't.
situation.
Yeah, you want to give us the best chance to succeed. Like I said, deadliest dungeon.
I don't really care if you succeed or not.
But you're gonna die if we don't.
Yeah, you stand to benefit here.
What else is compromising your situation? Aside from, the decaying and the bandages.
The fact that Azarak is his boss.
Yeah.
I believe he prefers to be known as a Sarak.
Azarak, that's what it says.
Ass
Yeah,
crack,
Athrak.
Whatever. There are... The balance of power is not entirely in my favor, but it is of no matter to you.
We can
Oh,
kill
you're
her.
talking about the priest that wants to stab you in the back.
Yaru mentioned something about this.
Yes, Diaro has a
Who's tongue?
loose tongue.
Yaru is my favorite. after the gimpy ones and you.
It's funny, because I thought he was on Phantasa's side.
Oh, Zor.
He said you were stronger than her.
And he favors the strong, it would seem.
Well, perhaps, or perhaps he knew I would let you go and compromise my situation.
We can uncompromise it by killing her.
Yeah.
That might also compromise the situation.
Probably only like a 8th, 7th level spellcaster.
Probably. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Very well, if you are able to take care of my little problem, understand that if you fail, I will not help you. They will kill you, and I will not stop them.
I'd rather
Yeah.
just have the cube and go to the tomb.
Yeah.
Experience.
I can arrange for the guards to not be outside her quarters.
Okay, now I'm in this.
Yeah.
It is conveniently on the way out the door.
Ah.
Yeah, it sounds nice and convenient.
Super convenient.
If you kill her, and then be on your way, when you come back, perhaps there will be something waiting for you.
I say we do it. Let's go for it.
It's so death.
Or I can arrange for something to be found outside the temple.
That one. That sounds good.
I realized that you would probably never come back because you'll be level 20 and who cares. And the season will be over and I'll be moving on to something else.
Wow, meta.
Yeah,
He's
fourth
very
door
wi-
just
very
came
wise
crashing down.
guy.
Fourth wall just came crashing down there.
Very in tune with what's going on with wizards.
Yeah.
Let's murder her.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not? Rasnisi's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there anybody else usually in her room? Like human gladiators?
No reason. We're just curious.
There are no Yanti within her room, but whether there is anything else. She is a priest of the night serpent.
Now we know where the Hydra stays.
Why does the Hydra stay in her room?
The
It
dog
does
is-
not. It is out in the lake. Who told you that?
Your guards also have loose tongues.
Get a Hydra to work for you.
So he leads you.
Yeah.
He issues some orders, and Yanti go in and out and everywhere. And he'll lead you out of the room, or guards will lead you, and up past this gong here to another large room.
To jump over a chasm.
Four pillars carved with serpent reliefs support the 20-foot-high ceiling of this large room, in the middle of which is an 18-foot-high statue of a coiled cobra, facing north. Torches with green flames flicker on the walls, and the air reeks of dung. Two wagons are parked in one corner, and a triceratops is confined to a metal pen in another.
Aw.
To the west are a pair of dark alcoves, and to the south is a wide pillared hall, which you saw from the south.
Get a triceratops.
Can I ask the Triceratops if it will help us if we free it from its cage?
Yeah, it's over here,
It's over there.
I believe.
I don't know if that's how Secret Animals works, but I just imagine that you're like trying to speak their language.
It's a bunch of weird noises.
It looks like it is saddled to pull carts.
Oh, we can help it.
Basically a horse.
That's a cool horse.
How big? Like a large animal or
Huge. Huge.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are huge.
How did it fit
You
in and
get
out
the
of
feeling
here?
that it's fine with its current position.
okay?
I mean, they probably feed it. And all
Yeah,
these
I mean,
parts
you
are-
see a feeding trough and everything. I mean, it's not like malnourished or anything.
trees there.
I still think we should kidnap, because it'd be cool to have.
And then you're led to the main gate here.
Ah, this is where we were attacked the first time. We have to go up.
And a wide passage slopes down. Oh, you already saw it from that end. And the guard who was leading you in, you notice there are no guards in this room, nor are there any guards that you can see down this passage. And he says, Fantaza's chamber is to the north there. And he points out the lever to open the main gate. It will close behind you. Good luck. If you die, no one will care.
Well, this is the truth anyways.
Yeah.
And then Maurice catches up.
Huh?
So, you've got a 5-foot corridor and a door.
What's to the east? If we asked them before they left.
That is a sacrificial chamber. I would not recommend going in.
Alright.
Deal.
Light an incense and throw it in the room.
How long does it last? A minute?
Lasts like forever.
It's an hour.
That's where the blood comes from.
I believe it lasts for an hour.
Cool.
The effect also lasts for an hour.
What if we like break it in half?
Nope.
And
I'd be
break it
able
into half
to,
again?
Like, gust
15
of wind
minutes?
it away.
It's a object, gust of wind.
Well, the gas from it, would I be able to...
Yeah, I mean, but it moves with the block, so you would gust of wind it away, and then it would just fill up the air again.
Wait, what if we throw it in and then somebody runs in, grabs it, and throws it somewhere?
Can we douse it?
Or that?
Oh, we have to end our turn in it, right?
I think you have
Yeah.
to start your turn in it.
If you start your turn in the cloud, yeah.
But can we like pour water on it or anything, or nothing stops it once it's lit?
You think so probably, but
That's fine.
you'd have to find it.
That's fine.
Well, what if we light it and just gently tap it into the room and close the door? At the beginning. Entrance.
Well, that
Easy.
was the plan.
Yeah, that's what we were
What's
gonna
the
do.
area? That
Well,
it's got?
versus throwing it in and then, oh, where is it in the room?
Do we know how large the
Gently
area
tap.
will be?
It's right
It
there.
could be a larger room.
Oh, we have no idea what this room's gonna look like.
Nah, we don't know.
But now you
We
know.
might just end up putting a cloud of knockout gas in front of the doorway.
We can try to toss it like 15 feet in.
And then also it might seep under the door and knock you out too.
What? Nah, that's not how gas works.
We hear anything come from the door? Noise from the inside?
If I may be so bold, we may also want to see if she has a counter offer. You know, aside from assassination.
I don't want to betray the Rasnisi.
I mean,
He did seem cool.
all these guys are part of a death cult that want to end the world. So,
True.
You don't. Although you do smell incense near her door.
We can give her some more incense.
Yep.
Wanna open-
The strong smell of incense.
Maybe somebody else already started.
she's already sleeping there.
Yeah.
So we have people stand back, open the door, toss it 15 feet in, and then...
Is there actually a crack underneath the door now?
Not much of one.
Like, I don't know, like a mouse fit under?
You have a mouse.
You're familiar? Probably not.
Okay.
Is that what you're familiar with?
Mice can get like really flat.
They can. They're really good at
It's
it.
got the door
can be like-
opens to the inside and there is molding around it, so there's no gap.
Flush.
Yeah, it's flush. Wow, it didn't turn on at all for you.
No?
I mean, you just said something that didn't come through at all. No, that's not your fault. It's Shure's fault. Alright. Yeah, I was turning up the wrong one. That would be about why, I bet.
Yeah, he's two.
Yeah. So what you gonna do?
I'm wondering if, like, there's maybe a door down here and a door over there. I can wonder how large this room actually is. But we were told that nobody would be in it. Or I guess you're on T. Wouldn't be in it.
You were told not to go in it,
Yeah, we don't want to go into the sacrificial chamber.
which is currently empty, but you get the feeling that it is not normally empty, as the blood is starting to drain.
Could I turn into like a tiny creature and then try to get...
I mean, mouses are like...
Yeah, you're not getting in under the door.
What about an insect?
Not getting in under the door.
It's
Crap.
flush. It's got excellent craftsmanship.
Yeah.
We should applaud whoever made this door.
If only there was a dwarf in the party.
Do we open the door? Do we do bombs?
Kathos doesn't open the door. Kathos is in the back.
Do we do birds, bombs, and breath?
Yeah, except that we don't have any of those three things, but yeah.
We have all those three things, actually.
You?
Yeah.
Who has bombs? I know you can cast the breath one. I guess you can cast birds. What's
We
about
could knock on the
bombs?
door.
Room service.
Use bombs?
Yes, Eldritch Blast.
That's not the same.
Yeah, it's like a shatter, maybe. I don't know. Do you have shatter?
You could also just leave.
We could.
We could also leave.
Just open the door and kill her.
People go.
Do you rush to the front and just open the door?
No.
I assume Peepo's in the front.
Yeah, I mean, I can just kick it open if you want. I didn't know if you wanted to throw in the knockout.
Yeah, just make sure you hold your breath when you kick it open.
Okay.
So you're gonna kick it open and throw in the.
Well, no, you said that we smell incense already, so I was just telling her to hold her
Probably
breath.
just normal incense.
I assumed it was the same, unless maybe they just use those incense to help them sleep.
Gives them nightmares.
Yeah, maybe they like it.
Do we want to throw in the incense or not?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. Because we know that we can hold our breaths.
We have to take a short
I know.
rest for it to clear.
People know that you can hold his breath.
So
Lesser restoration would cure it.
Okay.
we're gonna hold our breaths, light an incense. People opens the door and I toss it.
Then we slam it back shut.
And then you're gonna close it, or you're gonna see
Yeah.
what it looks like inside and then close it.
Well, hopefully we get a like the other two would be looking at the room, but yeah, we're gonna close it.
Those can't see inside.
But then once it hits the ground, door close.
And I'm trying to toss it like far, like towards the back as far as I can, like
Okay,
hopefully
sort
hit a
of an
back
angle,
wall.
Trying to go for back wall.
Yeah.
All right. You open the door.
This place is gonna be huge.
It's huge.
How big of a range does the incense
Oh no.
have?
Yeah. Oh god, nobody.
It was a bedroom.
That seems tiny.
There's
So
nobody.
the incense is lit, and
Yeah.
you chuck it. Make an athletics check.
This is gonna go horribly.
Why didn't I took it?
Cause you opened.
What is that, 9?
A haze of
Athletics,
incense
yeah.
lingers inside the chamber.
Actually,
Faded murals decorate the walls, and throw rugs and cushions lie scattered on the floor. An engraved chest rests in one corner next to a stone urn covered with snake carvings. A creature with the head and upper body of a snake, of a dark-skinned woman, and the lower body of a serpent coils in the
not
middle
so bad.
of the room. And she looks like... that.
oh, she's definitely a better snake.
She's
Yep.
the prettiest snake.
That's
Oh,
best.
I like her.
I feel horrible.
But we're about to kill her.
Yep.
Why does her sash defy gravity?
He's a
As she
priest.
seems.
Magic,
very-
magic.
So
Magic sash.
unfortunately, it was a straight 10.
Can we steal her magic
Okay.
sash?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, we're about to steal her.
You throw it, but you don't have a good angle, and it actually bonks against the urn there
Uh-oh.
and falls right there.
Okay.
But the door gets closed.
We close the door. How big of a range does it have? I don't remember.
20 feet.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a-
we're fine.
Yeah, it's 20-foot radius.
Fine. Oh, we're not fine.
Well, the door's closed.
And as soon as the door opens, her eyes that were closed snap open and say, Who is there?
We're adventurers.
Guards!
We are the guards.
All right.
And we close the
And
door.
you throw it in and then close the door. All right.
She was
Just
herself.
double check.
I feel like if the door is made with such craftsmanship,
Yeah, if we
Yeah,
can't. If
we
even
can't
a-
get in.
If even a bug can't get under that door, I don't think the smoke is. At least not any fast rate.
Smokes usually also tend to rise.
Yeah. Totally.
And we're also already holding our breath.
As you're closing the door, you see her rushing toward the incense block.
That's fine. Okay.
And you hear a clatter of something when you close the door. And then a moment of silence.
Oh fuck! Now she's ready for us.
And then she says, Nice try, but I recognize that incense.
I should. Could have.
What? Did she like put it out?
Okay. I light a second one.
Okay? I mean, you have to, like, light it and immediately throw it, so it's
Okay,
not
fine.
like-
Before I light it, I spend 2 sorcery points to cast darkness.
Are you casting it on the brick?
Mm-hmm.
On the brick?
Yeah.
All right.
that's fucked up.
Probably should have thought of that the
First time, I know.
All right, so you're opening the door?
Yep. But remember, so as soon as it opens, she just sees magical darkness, and I can see perfectly fine in the darkness.
Yeah, this time just open really rapidly. We don't need to look inside. We're good.
And then I chuck it. Tie it to the other side of the room. Actually, I try to go for the pillow so it doesn't make a sound when it lands.
Oh, that's gonna make it harder to kill her.
How? You can see.
True.
I can drop the darkness once she's snoring.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
Let her take a nap.
What happens to magical darkness if you cast it on an object that burns away? Does the magic dissipate?
I don't know. It
I've
probably
never
it would.
never thought of
It
that.
might float up in the smoke, and then go out through a vent.
There goes the magic.
That's the second game plan real fast.
Based on
That's
the craftsmanship
happening
of this
in...
door, I believe that it may have a nice HVAC system.
Let's see. Darkness. Does it go through walls?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I believe so. But I can check real fast. It moves with it, completely covering the source of the darkness with an opaque object.
Yeah, if you cover the object, it blocks
Her-
it. So,
her
no, it
stat
doesn't,
block
it doesn't
doesn't-
Go through,
oh,
doesn't
there
go
it
through
is.
doors.
The darkness spreads around corners.
Yeah, it'll go around corners, but if you cover it so it's obscured, it doesn't go through. So, like, if we were to shut the door, it wouldn't come through the door.
Yeah, that doesn't go through doors. Because you can cover the object, the source of the darkness with an opaque object. Okay. So, oh, that's actually how that works. So you open the door, and as soon as you open the door, you hear the faint sounds of spellcasting, and then a curse as the darkness envelops the room. And then you throw the brick in and close the door again, and you hear a little bit more scrabbling. Let's see. She's going to make a perception check. A bit more scrabbling this time with the door closed. You close the door and everyone can see now. What are you doing? Like, this is like one round. Just gonna sit there and wait?
No, I mean, I'm okay with holding our breath, because as far as I know is if we hold our breath, it doesn't affect us, right?
Yeah, as far as you know.
We also ready an action or something in case we need to fight her.
So, I mean, I can ready my action to drop darkness once we open the door. Anybody else can ready spells or something.
I'm ready my axe.
I mean, she did say she knows the incense, so she might not be breathing either right now.
That's good, fine.
Oh, that's a good point. We can just hold the door closed
Maybe
for
we
right now.
Yeah. Yeah, hold the door shut.
Yeah.
Alright, we go around apparently holding the door.
You... what?
We're going around apparently holding the door, like letting it seep in.
Listening to see if.
Yeah,
She can't, like, escape.
we're all like
run
basically
out.
with our ears
Oh,
up.
okay, you're waiting.
Yeah.
Okay. There's more scrabbling and cursing, and then you hear the lid of an urn open,
Oh, she's
and a
trying to-
clatter, and then it closes again.
She
And
just
then
solved
a
that.
few moments later,
Like, nice try again.
That was quick. That was smart.
Yeah, we should have just jumped in and killed her.
Maybe
But
we
you
should
people are
negotiate with her at
patient.
this point.
No, people
She's
are.
clever.
Was that wisdom check in the dark has a disadvantage, or is that just straight up? 'Cause I mean, she would have been.
it was mostly just to see how long it was going to take her.
14 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, she already solved it in 14 seconds. Not even 14 seconds.
No, it was just going to be multiple rounds. If she rolled high, she would have done it immediately. But
Because now it sounds like she's putting it in her arm, which is just going to stop the darkness and solve everything.
so what are you going to do? You're at your standoff again.
Ready.
We have another brick.
Oh.
We have 10 bricks.
That's
we
a-
had 10 bricks.
Hold
Now
our
we-
breath and
I
go
can,
in.
I can hold my breath for 60 minutes. We light it.
We just keep
run
throwing
in,
them in there. Just,
No, we just go in with it.
we
hold
probably
our
should have
breath.
thrown 2.
That would have been smart.
Because then she would have been able to only deal with one at a time.
I mean, she's still in darkness. I'd rather her not put away the thing.
Not in darkness. It sounds to me like she put whatever it was in or an urn over top of the thing to stop the darkness as well.
We can go in and open it. Or-
Are you ready to negotiate?
Are you ready to die?
Oh, see? Let's go die.
Okay.
We have to open it and kill her.
Yep.
Or Corbin Dallas's.
So what you gonna do?
Open the door.
We're holding our breath and we're all ready to attack her.
Yeah.
Blast.
Okay. Roll for initiative.
Kathos ain't doing nothing.
All right, Maurice.
9.
9. Sullivan.
20.
Pipo.
10.
10. Kathos.
3.
Most endearing quality.
So initiative will start when Pipo opens the door.
That's sweet.
There she is.
And it is Sullivan's turn.
We're nice and close together for her to attack
I
us.
thought we already in an action to attack when we saw her.
Yeah.
Dead,
She
but-
was ready too.
Yeah.
Her surprise round ended your canceled out your surprise round, and
Got it.
no one's surprised.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Or everyone's.
I mean,
surprised.
you kind of lost surprise the first time.
Yeah.
After the first time.
If the plan doesn't work
Probably
once,
should've
you can
just-
always
probably
try it
should've
again.
skipped
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack there.
Yeah, if your surprise attack doesn't work, just wait 5 minutes and do it again.
Exactly.
We'll forget all about
Come
it.
back later.
Oh, okay, I'm in melee with her.
Shadow Blade.
Would I ever Shadow Blade?
Go always Shadow Blade.
It's not in darkness. There's no point.
I mean, it would still work, you just wouldn't have advantage.
Right, which is no fun.
Much harder to hit.
Yeah.
I assume you're not marshalling.
Do I, where I am, do I see where she covered it by any chance?
There was a there's a stone urn.
Okay.
4 feet tall, weighs, looks heavy. The lid looks heavy.
Oh, it's actually in the lid though. It's not just like put over.
There's a stone urn with a heavy stone lid on top.
I'm not gonna be able to lift
It's
it.
this thing. I mean,
I
you
can do it.
probably could. No, you probably couldn't. But
No,
can you lift 25 pounds?
I don't. I have a
Probably.
strength score of 8.
That is 25 pounds.
I have a strength
extreme.
score of 8. But I'm
think
gonna
people-
try anyways. I'm gonna Misty Step over to it.
It's also 4 feet tall. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's as tall as you.
Well, my plan is I'm gonna Misty Step in behind it to the top right square.
Okay.
At all.
May let gas out.
That's fine. I can hold my breath. And then I try and tip the urn over in her direction.
Okay. The urn itself weighs 250
Okay,
pounds.
well, I take the lid off.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oh, God.
Or athletics, I guess.
Oh, wow. That's not bad. It's a straight 17.
Yeah. You are able to pull the lid off. She sees you do. As you're pushing it, she breathes in, and I assume everyone except Kathos probably does, because Kathos can't see anything. Maybe not Maurice.
If I see them breathing in, I'll breathe in.
All right. As soon as you open the lid, a rush of air comes rushing out of the urn.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Darkness.
And Max.
Yeah, magical darkness.
It's and magical darkness. Actually, yeah, I guess you don't. Well, you see
Yeah, I see fine.
the mesmerizing, mesmerizing incense air elemental.
Oh.
Ah.
No. That's not good.
And the lid goes clattering down onto the floor on the other side.
no.
Actually, honestly, it probably would have. You would have cracked it open, and all of this would have happened.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. How large is darkness?
20.
Is it also 20? Okay.
Jesus.
Fuck it up.
Who cannot see.
There's an air elemental in the urn.
Oh, 15.
Okay.
Oh, I can see. Just not.
We didn't get warned about that.
You can't see her. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't see what's in front of you.
I realize that. At least I can see.
All right. All right, that's the end of your turn. Penthaza.
How big is the area for darkness?
15.
Yeah, that's darkness, not the incense.
Got it.
I'm assuming everyone's holding their breath. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah.
I don't know what the interaction of the air elemental with it would be. That'd be weird.
Spreading it out probably
Yeah.
further.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see that the 2 blocks are still at the bottom. There's just an air elemental whipping air around all over the place right now. She is going to attempt to attack Peepo, who she saw in front of her for a moment. She's at disadvantage. Eight.
Ooh, just misses.
Just misses.
Just barely.
She appreciates that. And then she's gonna attack with her scimitar. Well, actually, you don't. You see the end of her snake tail whip out of the darkness at you, dodge out of the way, and then her scimitar comes out. Uh, 12. That misses. The air elemental. So, Peepo and Maurice, suddenly the air gets really, really bad around you.
We can't see.
Yep.
I mean, would it determine if she's a friend or foe? Wouldn't it just go after anybody? So wouldn't it also put her in its space? Or
Perhaps the air elemental is allied with her?
oh, okay. I didn't.
You're not sure, but yeah, suddenly everyone is surrounded in a whirlwind.
Okay.
Peepo and Maurice make a strength saving throw.
Don't forget to add 4.
Add 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my aura.
My minimum is then 11, so that's fine. It's a lot. A lot.
What number?
22 plus 4?
26.
Yeah,
27.
27.
I only got a 12.
Alright. So you failed and you succeeded. No surprise. So you'll take half of 15, which is 7. You're not raging right now, I don't think, so
Nope.
7. And you'll take 15 points of bludgeoning damage and be thrown in a random direction. So roll a d8.
4.
4?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're slammed up against the wall, taking an extra d6 damage. And you fall prone, take another 1 point of bludgeoning.
No.
And yeah, and you're prone.
Still in there.
Yeah, you just basically got shoved right into the wall behind you.
Got it.
Peepo, you're inside of a air elemental right now.
Do I know that? I guess I know that.
Yeah, you can see it.
You're not in the dark.
Oh,
You're not in the
yeah, I'm
dark.
not in darkness.
You're right on the edge. You can't see Fanthaza, she can't see you,
Okay.
but
You can see the other elemental though.
Can I try slicing through it? Does that work?
You have magic.
I mean, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I try slicing through it with Bob?
at Fanthaza,
The air elemental.
you can see the air elemental.
Yeah, I want to try and slice.
She's trying to attack the air elemental.
Okay, you want to stay inside of it?
Might want to move out.
Can move. Yeah, move out a little, then try.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I might as well rage.
All right.
We'll rage
You would like to rage.
and recklessly attack.
All right.
I'm gonna attack the wind. I'm sure it'll end up great because I got an unnatural 20
30.
Yep, that hits.
for 14 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. I can slice right through that wind. Second attack is 15 to hit.
You hit him on the tip of his chinny chin chin.
He has a chinny chin chin.
Well, on his nose, if he had a nose.
12 damage.
All right. Anything else?
That's what I got.
All right. Maurice, you are inside of an air elemental prone.
I will stand up,
Okay.
and then I will move to the other side. Yep. And I will use as my bonus action, I will use my Vow of Enmity on the air elemental.
Okay.
That gives me advantage on an attack.
Sweet.
And because I have advantage and I have Elven Accuracy, I get to re-roll the lower number, which was the same number. So 21 to
Yep.
hit?
That hits. Is this magical damage?
No.
Okay. It's piercing.
It's slashing.
Gotcha.
It's 12 damage with the first attack.
All right.
Second hit
Does
is
it-
a natural 20.
Woo! You get to name that wolf.
And that is 9. 13 damage.
13. Not as effective. About as effective as you expected, but not as effective as you would have hoped.
I figured.
Yeah. Gathos.
I'll Eldritch Blast the air thing. Crit, and then 17.
Right. Nice. Both hit. This Eldritch Blast. All right.
16.
The total. All right.
I want to move back.
And
Catho,
I'm
so
gonna.
you can't get overwhelmed like we did.
I'll move back 10, and then bonus heal Maurice.
Okay. Oops.
You get 4.
4. Yay. Thank you.
All right. Sullivan. Enveloped in magical darkness.
Where you want to be, baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to copy my paladin friend, but I'm going to put my Valve Enmity onto the Yanti,
Okay.
You don't have Vow of Enmity. You have a Hexblade.
or Hexblade Curse,
Yeah.
sorry.
Hexblade's curse.
They're different. I wish they were the same.
Right.
If they were the same, you wouldn't be able to stack them.
I know.
Can she see me? So,
No, she cannot.
so advantage. My 6, so it's only 2. Or do I get?
Oh no, actually, she can see you.
She can.
Yeah. She, her vision penetrates magical darkness. Oh, I actually got those backwards. Ah, that changes what I was gonna do. Well, that's easy. Oh, so actually, you wouldn't have heard her scrabbling around during the darkness break. That's a good point.
I mean,
I
she
missed
still
that.
could have been scrambling to get it.
Both are
Still a
as my
big earn.
as my friend likes to say, dirty 20s.
30.
Nice. She does not have shield, but you do hit her AC.
10, 7, so 20 points of force damage, and she herself goes into the Earth Elemental.
Here.
I heard that as horse.
Sorry,
damage.
Air Elemental.
Be interesting.
Force
There's an
elemental.
in there.
So you push her back. Okay. All right. Phantaza.
Starts your turn in the Air Elemental.
The whirlwind is in action.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's an attack.
Yep. It's on a recharge too. So her turn. Going to look at the. Going to look at Peepo. And cast a
Hi.
spell.
Oh.
I can see her.
Yep.
Can I determine what spell it is?
Looks like hold person.
Oh, I don't like that one.
I counter with my last third level.
Okay. And that cancels that out. Alright. Alright, that's all she can do. Recharge on Whirlwind.
Hey, you've seen me kiss.
Whirlwind
Poison in
recharges.
one, so that would make sense.
The Elemental will move down to Peepo. Actually, yeah, down to Peepo. And,
I couldn't knock you down before. Let me try again.
actually, they're gonna move to here. And, slam attack against Peepo.
Rude.
21.
Does hit.
For 12.
So 6.
And then a slam attack on Kathos.
Oh.
11.
Wow. I was all ready to take damage.
Peepo.
Seems more hurt, I guess.
The dealing proficiency bonus
Air
is
is,
that
like,
only when
losing
a
it?
crit for the exploit
Okay.
curse or every time?
Every time you hit, you
Oh.
get proficiency bonuses. Bonus damage.
She would have took an extra 3 damage. I didn't have the proficiency from the exploit curse.
Okay.
Now is that on every hit?
Every hit.
So as Eldritch Blast hits twice, would that be?
Yeah.
So she takes
6
another
damage.
3. Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
Well, I'm gonna attack the air.
Yeah, that's the great thing about how Eldritch Blast is worded. It's not one attack; it's multiple attacks.
Attacks.
So. You can only sneak attack with one blast, though, if that mattered. It's also not a light weapon, so it wouldn't work anyway.
Can you sneak
27
attack with
to
it if you're,
hit.
like,
Yes.
marketing tricks?
On which
Is that
one?
the only way you can do it?
Elemental or?
Air elemental.
Yeah, I think it's Firebolt. They eventually get to sneak
17
attack
damage.
with.
Okay.
All right. Air elemental is gone,
Yay! Then I'm gonna turn to her.
and you're
Axe.
recklessly attacking.
Yeah. And axe her in the
Down
face.
faster than I thought.
That's over 20.
Yeah, I think elementals have like roughly on
Okay.
average 90.
For
They're not the big tanky like Earth
I mean,
Elemental.
if somebody hit it with a magical weapon made a big difference.
16 damage.
Jordan critted an Eldritch Blast as well.
Too. Yeah.
She is hurt.
Good.
All right, Maurice.
Okay.
Technically within the bounds of the darkness, you actually can't see her, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's technically blocking half the space, but you can see around her.
See, like, part of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know she's generally in that area.
I think I will also use my Hexblade's Curse on her.
Okay. Double cursed.
I feel like we're resting after this before we go
And
into
I
a
will
tomb.
Eldritch Blast rather than get into melee attack.
And we're going out in the direction of our frog friend, so we can see if we can
I'll
rest
put
sure.
the circle up there so it. Yeah.
One of those misses with a 9.
Yeah, 9 misses.
The other one is a 23.
Yeah.
That one probably hits.
Probably.
Just about.
That's 8 damage.
All right. Slashing. Or no, not slashing.
Force.
Force. How much was it? Sorry. 7.
8.
8. All right.
5 plus 3.
Kathos.
I will Eldritch Blast her.
Everybody's favorite
11.
thing to do.
11. That misses.
Rolled 2 4s.
Yeah, they're double 11s.
Sullivan.
Kill her.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill her. Oh.
Power word kill.
I'm going to quicken Chaos Bolt on her first. With
Sweet.
That's only, unfortunately, a 15.
That is her AC. Or actually, that's one above her AC.
Okay, cool. So
That
that's
hits.
So the damage for that real fast, which is 2d.
What type of damage?
I gotta roll it to find out.
Good point.
Let's make sure I'm doing this right. 7, so 12. 19? It's a 19 points of psychic damage. Because I rolled a 6, which would have been poison.
Nice.
So I'm going to take the psychic.
There it is.
Or that counts as a hit. So proficiency bonus as well.
Is it an attack? It's an attack. It's when you make an attack roll, right?
Yeah, and I
Takes
just
place
made
first.
ranged spell attack.
I don't
So-
actually have psychic as a damage type, but that's all right.
So technically it would be 22 because of the Hexblade Curse.
Okay.
And then since I quickened that to make it a bonus action, I still got my 2 Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
13 misses, but the 19's going to hit.
Yep.
8 plus... 6. So out of 14 points of force damage.
Bonus to damage rolls. So anytime you make a damage roll, we add the proficiency bonus.
Which is Chaos Bolt as a damage.
And she is dead.
If you rolled fireball, if it was fireball, like you would only get like,
No, yeah.
well, you wouldn't get it on every die.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to drop the darkness?
Yeah, I'll drop the dark.
Before or after you loot the room?
Okay, do we want to put
Also, there's still incense.
Yeah, can I, I'm gonna drop the darkness. Can I just pour take my water pouch and pour it inside the urn and douse them out?
Yeah, and then a few seconds later, it eventually dissipates. It was only 3 rounds. You can hold your breath for 15 seconds.
I can hold it for 60 minutes.
Your character can.
Yeah, not me. Oh, I can't hold my breath for like a second.
Yeah.
I'm really bad.
Alright, we loot the room.
Leave her room.
Loot the room.
Guards, come quick! Your priestess is dead.
And then we get healed.
She carries a ring of keys. A holy symbol of Dendar, the Night Serpent, worth 25
Your level
gold.
plus charisma mod.
Take all of it. Especially the keys.
The chest is unlocked and contains 200 gold.
Yeah.
A black leather quiver embroidered with a quartz-studded star map worth
just
75 gold, and a ceremonial dagger in a gold scabbard embossed with a scene of stampeding jungle animals worth 25 gold.
Oh my god, we found more gold.
Nice.
Let's go this curse, let's just go home.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Ring of Keys unlock manacles and shackles.
Ooh.
Ah.
Prisoners.
Do we want to see if there's anybody? It was like that sacrificing
So-
room. What if there's some like people to be sacrificed there?
So
we
we've
can
been.
We know there's people. It's a sacrifice chamber. Obviously, they're sacrificing prisoners.
free? Yeah, maybe we
I
can
mean,
free them.
Before they had slaves who were working, so they may not necessarily have the prisoners for sacrifice, but to
They would
break
definitely.
their will and put them to work in their expanding their territory.
They have pools of blood to bathe in.
Yeah.
That's also true.
I think they're sacrificing.
So
Blood-
we have a
blood
choice.
Probably comes from somewhere.
You were told not to go in that room.
Alright, but that doesn't mean we have to listen.
Yeah, we're not good at
What,
listening.
now that we've done Ross Nisi's dirty work, where did he say we would find our reward?
Oh, well, that's after this, huh?
You arranged a dead drop
Yeah.
in Omu.
So we can either head towards the dead drop.
Probably one of the shrines that you already looted.
That's fine. So we can either go and check out and free some slaves, or we can just go, get our dead drop, rest, and head towards the tomb.
Can we free some slaves first?
That or all the Yanti that was held up and that could have been protecting her are over there on guard for some reason.
They're probably like over in that direction.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We can just peek over. Come on, we can be stealthy. We're so stealthy.
Or we can just come back when we're stronger with a couple hundred slaves down.
We can come back after the tomb. to
Yeah.
murder them
But
all.
are we really going to do that?
No.
We know there are slaves here. Yeah, why not?
Because are we really going to do that?
I mean, if you're invested in these slaves, yes.
It's more like they're right here. We might as well.
Yeah.
It sounds like death.
Yeah, I mean, how much resources have we all burned through? We thought we had a rush before
All
our
my
last
resources.
battles.
I have no more rage.
Exactly.
That's why I want to help them. No more rage left.
What you gonna do?
Leave the slaves.
Yeah, we could always look.
yeah, let's
Even
just,
if we
let's
do it.
take a peek.
Well, but then we're told not to be here. We look and they see us in this battle.
It's true.
Group vote. I say leave the slaves.
I don't want to leave the slaves.
I want to save the saves another day.
So okay, so that's 2 for leaving them. You haven't.
What do we do if we die?
So
What everyone else does, not be resurrected.
so.
I said tie, not die.
Oh, well, what if
what
we
do
do
we
if
tie?
we tie?
Yeah, because
Then we sit here for
Then I'll do a dice roll.
28 minutes. Yeah, something like that. Then I would do a dice roll.
Yeah.
wait, if we tie, then we can just like peek in, do a little spying, and see if that changes anyone's mind. Can we do that? Let's do that.
I can.
Who's the stealthiest?
Does it look like
Good
those
question.
doors have an opening on the bottom I could send a familiar through?
You'll have to actually go into the sacrificial room to actually look around a bit.
You could
Oh,
send,
we don't know if there are actually doors in that room. They could be hallways.
yeah.
I send the familiar.
Okay.
You can look through his eyes.
I know.
A blood-stained altar stands in the middle of this room. It has shackles bolted to its top and niches carved into its sides. Housed on each niche is a human skull. Grooves run down the altar to gutters on the floor, allowing spilled blood to drain into the walls. Clay urns overflow with wet bones and gore.
Can the mouse see down the hallways?
Yeah, and then you see there is a door to the north, and there is a portcullis to the east that is closed.
Rat.
I mean, if there's an interest in doing this, we could always go to the dead drop, pick up our reward, and then just take a rest, and
But
then just
then-
come back and kill everybody anyway.
Yeah, within the guards. So would the rat be able to fit through the portcullis then? If it's barred and open?
Yeah.
Okay, it goes into that room.
All right. This is probably going to decide your vote.
That's what I figured.
Muffled sobs and moans rise from 4 pits with circular iron grates above them, covering them. A chain hooked to each grate stretches over a pulley bolted to the ceiling and coils around an iron winch set into a nearby wall. Iron manacles dangle from hooks on the south wall. To the north, a faintly glowing stone disc covers the floor of an otherwise empty alcove, and carved into the top of the disc is a serpentine symbol.
But no Yanti.
So there'll be none around.
Nope, there are no Yanti here. The disc looks similar to the one that you saw in the throne room, and the one you didn't see way up here.
Is it a teleporter?
The other thing is that only Sullivan can see all of this, and I don't know if you're going to tell everyone what you see.
I mean, they're in there. They're slaves, but they seem to already be hanging and at their ends.
They're in a pit.
Yeah, they're in pits.
And release them
He
from their
described
pits?
he described oubliettes, which
Yeah,
are
I know.
recesses in the floor with bars above.
So,
We can release them from their
if
pits?
the rat snoops around one of the pits, does it seem like a keyhole somewhere?
Looking at the pit, each one is a bell-shaped chamber, 10 feet deep and 10 feet in diameter. They're flooded to a depth of 3 feet.
Well, I was just wondering one of
and
her
the
key
grate-
rings.
The grate looks very heavy, though there is a winch.
But so there's nothing like a key thing that we can, like the ring of keys that we found on her. Does it look like they would unlock this contraption?
All of the slaves are manacled, so maybe to the manacles.
We'd have to go in and use the winch to lift the
Yeah.
the grates, and then get
Yeah,
them out of the pit.
manacles on their wrists and shackles on their ankles.
Unshackle.
So it's gonna take time. Time we probably don't have.
We have time. They don't know how long it's going to take us to kill the lady.
But that's not gonna stop them from doing their rounds.
They are giving us space to kill the lady.
There are 7 prisoners.
You think that they would only give us how long is 3 rounds? It's like no time.
18 seconds.
They would give us more than 18 seconds.
Alright, well we're gonna make a move. Let's just do it now, get it done, and get the hell out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so we start walking towards the portcullis.
Free the people.
Okay.
We gotta figure out how to open this first.
There's a lever on the door over here,
Okay.
out of sight of the room.
Okay.
So somebody should keep watch.
The
and-
mouse goes back to where we were just standing in front of her door. Keeps watch down the hallway.
And I can pick up the grates.
I can conjure 4 apes to help with grates.
Just so we're all on the same page, the guards had been evacuated out of the sacrificial chamber in front of Finthaz's chambers and in the main gate area, but you did still see guards in the Hall of War to the south, within earshot of the chambers, at least some of the guards.
We're gonna be quiet.
It'll hear the grates opening.
We're gonna be so quiet.
Darkness only blocks sight, not sound.
That would be silence.
Yep. Which nobody takes, including me.
Yeah, no one needs silence now that bards
If we're
don't
having
need
like
to sing.
a million apes, like they can help. We can lift it quietly. We can be so quiet.
There's only one thing I can suggest. Is I use the last of my sorcery points and get a spell slot back. I then shoot a lightning bolt down the tunnel at the same time you all open them to make it the sound blend in with what appears to be a battle.
The battle that ended 2 or 3
But do
minutes
these
ago?
guards know that it's over?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, can you prestidigitate
Well,
the
at
sound?
some point they're gonna get curious about why we're not leaving.
Seems like.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Act
That, or I can use prestidigitation to just make sound coming from here to keep it's like the battle's still going.
I also have prestidigitation.
So we can both do it while your apes and hopefully Peepo get the prisoners out.
I like this plan.
So, and the faster we act, the
Except
more
for-
of a
except for
break
getting
in
out,
combat,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
wait, I lied. I have thaumaturgy.
Everybody
Well,
was
you can still
taking.
use that.
You can still make noise with thaumaturgy.
Everybody was taking a breather for a second. That's why I stopped fighting. It's all good.
Well, I start casting prestidigitation to make sound over in front of her door.
Okay.
Um,
More battle.
Yep. The mouse is going to go and actually peek around the corner, though.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. All right. So Peepo is manning the winches.
so how loud can you make noise?
I mean, thaumaturgy is quite loud.
As loud as.
Like, so you could do some mimic fireballs and stuff.
Yeah, I can do fire bolts
Or
and
like
stuff.
Good enough.
especially loud battle that had a weird 2-minute break.
I can cause harmless tremors in the ground for a minute.
All right.
Do that too.
First pit. Make a strength check.
Strength check.
Are you also doing the apes or no?
Should
can-
I just go with her and help with strength stuff?
Yeah, if you
I think
want.
I have a second highest strength in here.
14?
That's good.
Okay, cool.
You're able to lift the lid on the first pit.
Well, you should probably have the
Unlock.
keys in hand.
Yeah.
How are you
So-
getting people out of the pit?
Can I conjure
The apes.
apes? Four apes
Can we
to
f-
help lift people and.
Can we fit them in here?
It's 10 feet deep.
Do you summon 1 or 2 stronger things?
I can summon. Apes were just medium, so that's why I picked them. I can summon.
That's up to the DM.
I got.
It would be a little hard to lift them out of the pit without something to extend your reach.
You need a rope.
Really long-armed apes.
Remember what I'm saying? If we had the apes, they can have our rope on them.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can give rope to apes.
So would 2 apes be able to at least do it, or is that still too much? 2 extra medium creatures in the room with people?
It's a matter of reaching down far enough to grab
Well, we're
them.
giving them our ropes.
Okay, so you're giving apes ropes.
Yep.
Also have climb speed.
They
Yeah.
can climb down.
Well, that
and
helps
grab
them. That doesn't help the
Oh,
prisoners.
They could climb down and
Grab somebody.
grab.
Is there something to tie the
It's
rope
a
off onto?
it's a bell-shaped chamber, so the walls are actually
Okay. Well, how about this?
hole, and then it goes out to a 10-foot.
Okay, well then how about this? Maurice has rope, and he has the key set, so he just goes down the rope, unmanacles, and climbs up the rope.
Sure, I can do that.
Sure. All right, so
They could-
you
they
drop
could follow-
down.
They could follow the.
There are actually we'll say there are 9. Actually, not 7. So there's probably 3 in this pit. Unlock. All right. So you get everyone out of that pit. You see a 10-year-old boy,
Okay.
a human who you notice has a forked tongue,
Okay.
a female human. Yeah. Yep.
Lots of fun characters with detailed backgrounds.
Some detail.
Well, we'll worry about that when we get out
Next
of here.
pit. Strength check.
That's 14 plus 7.
Yep. Open the grate. Are you leaving the grates open, or are you gonna close them again?
They have to get back down to get people up.
I mean, honestly, whatever makes less noise. If you leave them open, we're gone anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, then you drop down, unlock, unlock, unlock. There is a tabaxi.
They have climb speed.
Son of nails.
A fire newt,
Fire newt.
Oh.
which you are careful not to touch.
Yeah.
And another human.
Okay.
And you pull them out, and then you go to the next one.
I do it.
Okay. Big number plus a big number.
Yeah.
You find a goblin.
26.
Looks to be Batiri. Isn't wearing a mask, but
I don't
he
care.
looks very
I'm just
malnourished.
letting everybody out.
There's a human in tribal uniform and a female human as well. And then the last one was empty.
Okay.
Oh,
The
yeah.
last one was for you.
Alright, so we're just going, we're taking them, grabbing, we're running down the tunnel.
I cast darkness.
Oh, you're doing it? I was about to do it.
I can cast darkness once a day, so
Okay.
So we'll just run out the door and darkness.
I was almost saying do it on another cube, but that would put us down to 7.
well,
And then throw it around the corner.
no, I can run down. I can cast darkness on myself at the edge, and then.
Because we
just
still have to
leave-
pull a lever to get the gate down, I believe.
I can
Yeah.
see in darkness,
Well, so can I, that's what I'm
so
saying.
you can
Wait,
do it.
why don't we
And
go
we'll
and
lead the
pull the
people
lever?
out through the
Yeah.
darkness, so the people down there can't see.
Why don't we go pull the lever first and then like
Yeah,
bye,
us, the
guys, and then run out with the
adventurers, go
darkness?
around, we pull the lever, Kathos does the darkness thing, and then we all...
Okay.
'cause-
Because they're going to let us out, or at least we think so.
Just did I summon the giant ape, so I know whether or not I use that
No,
spell
it was
slot?
Maurice that was climbing down.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you ended up. Because the main issue was the reach and also the fact that they are manacled, so they wouldn't be able to climb rope very well.
Fine dexterity.
Yeah. All right.
Not the stat, just the actual.
All right. Let me find a Malison to roll some perception.
But, like first we're just like walking up.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're hiding in the darkness.
Wait, you're not hiding in the darkness, or you're not hiding the darkness?
Well, I'm assuming because you cast it on yourself, so once you go around that corner, it's there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to cover this like seeing all of their prisoners leaving.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but first we have to open the gate.
Yeah. So you open the door. It opens slowly.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
open.
Okay.
If we open the gate and then there's darkness, they know something's happening.
Well, no, but here's the thing. They're on this side. They're already on this side you are.
Yeah.
So as soon as you cast darkness, they automatically see it and know something's going on.
Do they? They still hear sounds of battle because we've been casting.
That's true. But they're going to see the darkness slowly walking and leaving. That's what I'm saying. If we just put it on an object and leave it here, we can at least
I can
just
cast
walk.
It on an object there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just gonna cast darkness so that it blocks sightline through here.
Yep.
Okay.
And go go go.
And then you all rush out.
Yep.
Yep.
First, everyone make a stealth check, just to cover up your movements. Actually, make it with disadvantage, and
Yeah.
it'll work as all of the 9 prisoners that are with you that aren't as silent.
I can't roll any lower than I did.
I don't think you need the disadvantage.
It's disadvantage. You have to roll twice. We have to see what you didn't get.
Good to know.
Well, I got to roll 3 times.
Okay. So
11.
11,
4.
4,
17.
17,
9.
9.
Oh, that's
That's
not great.
That's
Half and half. It's close enough. You hear shouts of alarm when you pop the darkness up, and you make your way out. Yeah.
Okay, so
we
where was that?
rendezvous with our guide and all the rest of the other prisoners,
Who are on the south end of
Yep.
the palace. Okay.
and then we're gonna find somewhere to rest.
Where was that dead drop?
The dead drop.
Yeah.
It's in one of the trickster god temples.
Okay, so then we head there and rest.
You're gonna head there and rest, or are you going to head there after you rest?
Probably should head there after we rest.
Yeah.
Give them time to actually do the Digart.
What if they don't do it now?
Then we'll find out.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have enough resources right now to take them on?
I've got 2 spells.
Yeah, I've got about that too.
All right.
I have a lot of spells, but
I have no rage left in me.
Yeah. At some point, we just gotta rest.
You make it out of the Fane of the Night Serpent.
Yay!
You're up the north there. The red dot down there is the way you came in.
Well, let's make camp and make friends with all of these interesting
Well, we don't want to make camp
characters.
around here.
Get away from
Yeah, we need to get away first.
But
We need to get to a
that
place
isn't
where
that where the our
That's where the grung are.
the grung? They're friendly towards us, right?
I mean, they're not
they were-
hateful.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll be less happy once he finds out that you let the Vegapygmies throw his son over the edge of the.
How would he
never
find that
tell
out?
him that.
I don't know. It's a weird place.
Did
They
we
have
rescue
scouts.
a grung?
I'm allowed to metagame, right?
We rescued a fire nude, a tabaxi, and a bunch of humans. And one that has a forked
and a
tongue.
goblin.
Yeah, and a goblin.
Um,
So let's see. The 10-year-old boy wears a flower garland, and prays constantly to Timora.
Aw.
got some luck.
We with you.
You are a lucky child.
There's a Yanti pureblood who looks human except for his forked tongue.
Wait,
He
why
looks quite crazy.
So why did they want to
Oh.
murder you?
Because he was
This is crazy.
He looks quite crazy.
Because he has, yeah, he sounds something like that.
He, you talk with the other ones, and they say, "Oh, he succumbed to mad monkey fever."
Oh.
Can we fix that?
Can I use lay on hands to cure disease?
It's funny.
Maybe.
Wait, I know I can. Does it do anything?
There's probably nothing in the
try.
stat block for it.
It's. I can cure one poison or one disease.
Oh, no, I know what you're doing. I'm just saying
Mad monkey fever makes permanent madness.
Oh.
Or long-term madness. So
Greater.
the fever itself is gone, but he's still mad, crazy. There's
he'll
a
be fine.
female scout who was a former crew member of the Star Goddess, which I believe you already saw. That was the crash ship.
Just fall out over Omu?
Yeah, they just got one of them?
Airship. It was the airship that you,
Yeah, but-
that
Yeah,
you
but
saw.
did she like fall out of the airship?
She must have been. She leapt from a porthole as the ship crashed, and the Yanti captured in the jungle. I guess you can let her know that the rest of her crew is in.
the dwarven.
Harakamar.
Rakamar, yeah.
The Tabaxi minstrel, Pottery Shard, was kidnapped while traveling from Port Nine
Pottery
Zaro
Shard?
to Fort Valerian.
Have you heard of Bag of Nails? No? Okay, good.
Like, oh, that's my dad.
The Fire Newt warrior Gorvax is eager to escape and return to the Valley of Lost Honor, which is where all the Fire Newts are.
Oh, yeah, where all the fire newts are.
Yeah, let's not talk to him about what we did to the other fire newts.
Yeah, you just let him leave.
Yep.
The people who just want to leave, just leave. In fact, pretty much everyone leaves.
That's fun.
The Aloma Othdamar, the female human scout from the Star Goddess, you let her know and all that. She goes that way. There's a human mage, Lomar Drawl,
Give us your spellbook.
has a Harper symbol on him. Anyone a Harper?
3 of us are Harpers.
Okay.
Am I? a Harper?
He said he was searching for Artist Simber in Port Nine Zaro, and he was drugged by a guide named Salida,
Apparently I am a Harper.
and woke up a prisoner in Omu.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was he looking
this
for?
this one, Salida. She was a guide.
That's the guide who.
She was one of the
knocked him out.
guides, a human guide in Port Nine Zaro.
Good thing we didn't pick her.
I'm betting she's not human.
Yeah, you're thinking maybe she might be pureblood.
Yanti pure blood.
That's fun.
Mung,
Who was he
the
looking for? He said a name. Who is that?
Artist Simber.
I don't know who that is.
It's a Harper agent in Port Nine Zaro.
He sort of. We'll go over it next time. We're running out of time. Mung, a Batiri
I've done
goblin,
adventures on
was
Fridays with him.
caught by the Yanti while foraging in the jungle. He's malnourished and suffers from 3 levels of exhaustion.
Aww.
I guess you could let him know where his. Oh wait,
I don't need to
well,
tell him.
there are many tribes.
I'll still feed him.
He can stay with us. We can help.
Kanush Natumbe, the human tribal warrior, traveled to Omu to prove his worth to another man.
How'd it work out for him?
Yeah, foolishly traveled. And Zilla Atazi, female Chultan human bandit, was a pirate aboard the Dragon Fang. Captain Elek Jaharwan threw Zilla overboard for insubordination. The Yanti captured her after she
Some
washed.
pirates somewhere?
Can
Yeah,
we,
there's powers everywhere around.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
so can we keep them?
We just go hang out
Nope,
with the
they all
pirates.
leave.
Oh.
Screw this death curse.
And then we go rest in the temple of the crocodile,
Where were the grungs?
or with the crown.
I like the grungs because they have a built-in alarm system. We
Would they let us sleep with them?
oh no. We told them that we tried so hard to save the grung guy, but we
No,
just...
We don't know anything about the
He's
grunt.
like, oh,
you-
my
you
song is
were-
missing. Oh, I'm so sorry.
The dead drop was at Wongo's shrine here. And by the way, the entrance to the Tomb of the Nine Gods, you've been told, is there.
Where?
Here.
Oh.
Okay.
So Wongo's shrine is actually right next to it.
So, but
I
we're
don't
gonna
wanna
sleep
sleep-
first.
You get a long rest.
Yay!
So many more berries.
How many?
A lot.
Go past them. You know there's three curtains. I'm saying you say go past the curtain.
Alright. So we got our long
and
rest,
dead drop.
Yep.
and then
We go to the dead drop now.
we go to the dead drop.
You go to the dead drop.
Try not to die while there.
Alright.
Hopefully
Yep,
there's-
this is the one with the
Anti-ambush.
masks. It was the test of friendship.
Oh.
And when you get there, you walk into the shrine, and sitting on the pedestal is a small box.
Mei-chan.
Aw.
All right.
We made
It's
handing it
gonna
over
be
to you, or
the
Mei-chan
nightmare
opening it.
incense.
Mei-chan handed it over to myself.
The inside is a froghemoth statuette made of painted wood with 3 amethyst gemstones for eyes, 100 gold each,
Nice.
and a note.
I read the note.
Says, the rest of your reward has been deducted by the cost of the slaves.
That's fair. You could at least include the magic item.
Yeah, I didn't care about treasure. I wanted magic items.
Oh well.
We can go back and kill him if you want.
I'm okay with this. 300 gold's
No,
not bad.
we know a teleporter right to the throne room.
Seems legit.
Yep. I believe that's where we're headed to the tomb next week.
Yep. Hey, we'll make up for ending in the middle of combat last time by ending on time this time. I'm just going to
That
pull...
sounds lame.
I'm just going to pull the XP out here.
Hopefully like 12,000.
All the XP. All of it.
When we finally finished that combat battle, we killed a priestess. We
Yeah.
hopefully completed the area.
Didn't end up adding in all of those other Yanti, so you won't get XP for that.
So
But they were there.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
think
they
it,
were on
They
their way.
they didn't get added in.
They made their way into the combat tracker and everything.
Yep. We negotiated our way out of the situation, so that counts.
You negotiated your way out of the sauna
Yeah.
combat. Which I
Sauna.
will add that encounter. And you got Fanthaza. Alright. That's too many zeros.
no, it's not.
We can have as many zeros.
1,000 XP each. Did someone copy down the gold?
No.
No.
Of course not. Fanthaza, it was...
Could we have gotten a little bit more?
Guess you should be, Death Curse. Or, Meat Grinder mode.
Yeah, because I'm 1,019 away from leveling up.
That's how many
So-
XPs we get.
Yeah, that would have been great. That would have just done it. Can we like next game? Can we calculate XP in the middle?
156 gold, 2 silver, 5 copper. I already rounded up the number, so.
I get it.
It's not a whole lot.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of Murder Hobos Anonymous. We stream live every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. And that's in all of our episodes of Murder Hobos Anonymous. I think that was the first time we actually discussed XP on stream. So that was an exciting look at the back end. So I hope you all have a good night. And I will press that button, and then that button, and then that button.
Super.